Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Friday, December 5th, the end of the first week of December here. How crazy is that? The market looks pretty good, and things are looking nice. So let's go through and see what's going on. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes, and only not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? There's your heat map looking pretty good right there. Your SPY. Oh, if I type it incorrectly right there, it is up a hair. It's up a little bit more right now, $1.59. Not looking too bad. Doesn't look perfect, but doesn't look bad right there. Your Qs are up a little bit this morning as well. So there you go. They don't look perfect, but not looking bad either. So that is what the market looks like, and your IWM right there is up a penny. So we'll be keeping an eye on the indices and everything else to see what the market wants to do today. Crypto just hanging out. It's not really like doing anything crazy. Bitcoin was right around here. So do we 91,000 area, not bad right there. So let's see. A little bit of healthy pullback. Like I said, it's staying in this channel. You're going to get this curl up here. I don't think we're going to see a huge dip anywhere. Ethereum kind of just keeping itself in place. Nothing bad right there. And Solana as well, a little bit of pullback. Nothing crazy, right back to the 20. So we'll see. They should bounce right back. That should bounce right off of it. And Ripple right here, same situation, just kind of a little bit of pullback. But again, I think we're going to start seeing this bullish trend. I said they'd run up and have a little bit of pullback, and they are. And it's not these big candles. So that's what we wanted to see. Cardano, not bad. Stellar right here. XLM, same situation. And Chainlink. So that one's barely even pulling back. It's pretty healthy right now. And then I am optimistic with optimism as well, and a little healthy pullback. So nothing real crazy right there with crypto. And let's go ahead and see what's going on with our Joe Lee's jumpers right here. So let's see what's happening this morning. What's popping up? AKAN. And that one, Akonda. Didn't we just look at this last night? I think AKAN. And it was jumping up yesterday. It ran up a little bit this morning right there. Nothing too crazy. And then you have your Beyond, BYND, Beyond Meat. That is trying to get set back up. You keep an eye on that. It could possibly run. This Devs, look at that thing. Holy cow, what a run up. I know Doge Mama 9 was watching this thing. Did you play this yesterday? I meant to ask you because it did get crazy yesterday. And the day before it ran up and pulled back, it could have been another great opportunity. So there you go with Devs. We were looking at it as a matter of fact. So there you go with DEVS. It was on the laptop travel list, and we were talking about it. Doge Mama 9 had asked about it. Fly right here has been flying up and looks like it's going to fly up some more. So you might want to keep an eye on FLYE, and INHD is getting set up right there. Look at that bad boy. And that could be a good one for next week. Cala right here has been jumping around all week. It's just kind of down right now, but it's been bouncing around. And this laser Luminar Technologies was running yesterday. I don't know what it's. Where the heck is it? 104. There it is, right there. So not too bad. Just kind of hanging out this morning, but it was running up yesterday. LAZR and the Lion right here. Look at Lion running up. And it was up this morning. I think it did pull back a little bit, but it did jump up. And NFE right here. What's New Fortress Energy doing? That's been running up a lot lately. And it's just in that channel. Watch for a little pullback. That's going to get running again. NFE and PMCB. There we go with PMCB. That ran yesterday pretty well and kind of cruising around. It looks like it's going to keep on cruising with your 20 and 50 meeting up like that. So there you go with your PMCB. And let me see what QCLS. This was looking good yesterday and still running up there this morning. So watch that bad boy. And we are checking out Raya right here. And this one was running up and looking pretty good. Where is it? 420. Oh, it's down here. It was running up yesterday at 421. Took a penny over at Smoke Break right there. And SGBX is at Safe and Green Holdings. Look at that thing, the 20 and 50 meeting up. I know we've been looking at that lately. SMX up higher this morning, guys. Like I was saying, I thought it was going to run up even higher. Look at this thing. It just keeps on going. Holy cow, look at that thing. Wow. I hope you guys played it this morning. And so there you go. That is a beauty right there, SMX. for you guys, and I hope people are in that laptop travel and morning crew SNSE right here. Was bouncing up that sensei, but now it's pulling back a little bit. And let's see what SPRC is up to. That one hopped up there today. That was looking good yesterday as well, setting up, and it did jump up there. And SUGP was running last night, and it is just bouncing around today. And WAI is top king, and that one ran yesterday. I know that it's down here a little bit, but could still possibly set back up. And there you go right there. And let's see, the housing specialist in NYC. How are you? Haven't seen you around in a little while. And look at COO. What one's that? You're in that one. What is COO? That's copper companies right here, Cooper companies. And wow, that's a nice pop up on you for COO. Look at that bad boy. It did jump up there yesterday. And I would be locking in some profits on that COO. That's for sure after it jumped up like that. I mean, you definitely have to. Look, you're in the top right here. Can it run higher? Of course it can. Watch it today. It probably will the way it looks. But you might want to keep an eye on that thing. Maybe you get a good little spike, but you're in the 87s. I don't know. You're going to stretch it out to like 90. That's a pretty big run up right there from down here in the 70s to the 87 area. So I would say you might want to take a look and locking in profits. Yeah, of course, it could go up a little higher. You can scale out if you want, but it did have a pretty significant jump right there. So there you go, the housing specialist. And what's up, Progressive G? How are you this morning? And let's see, it's Luis Rodriguez. It's brick cold outside in dirty Jersey. 17 by you, 17th by me. I don't know what that is, but it is cold out there. I know that. Frost all over the windshields and all over the lawn and all that good stuff. So AKAN and a couple ones, we'll look at them. And you did get out there, housing specialist. So there you go. It was the earnings that it ran up on. So yeah, one last one. FINC for you. Then we'll go and look at our what's that? FINC. Is that a one over here? I don't even see that. FINC. Or is that an L? I can't even tell. Hold on. FL. What is it? FLNC would it be? That's one. Fluence Energy. It looked like an I to me. FLNC. You guys know I can't read. There's another one that popped up there yesterday, huh? Let's see. That one actually looks like you might continue up a little bit more. I think you might get a little out of this. I guess it depends on market conditions. Has like that little healthy pullback, but it looks like it wants to continue up here. But again, going into a weekend, you might want to still take out some profits. But another good one, two nice hits right there. The housing specialist. You got to let us know when you're getting into things like that are going to be popping up real nice. And that's your main stock right there, huh? Interesting. FLNC, Fluence Energy. I'm not even familiar with it. So isn't it amazing how many stock tickers there are that can be great ones, and you don't even, there's ones that I don't even know, and people are like, that's my biggest position. I'm like, I don't even know it. And I look at the market every single minute of my life, and I know most of them, so it is kind of interesting for sure. But no, FLNC, we'll have to keep an eye on that one right there. And let's go ahead and look at our SPY Mag 7 big caps and all them guys real quick. And our SPY is still up right there. The Qs are still up. That's good. And IWM was up a penny. Now it's up 2. So yeah, you just doubled itself. Look at that. I mean, that's talking about some major movement right there when you double yourself from 1 penny to 2. And let's look at our Apple. It was down this morning for some reason. Not sure, but is pulling back there. Amazon is trying to bounce back up off the 50 right there. And then you have Google up a little bit. And again, this one looks like it wants to get curled back up and rolling, guys. I think Google's going to be a good one for next week, is what it looks like it's setting up to do anyway. And here is Meta right here. And that one's trying to bounce back up. It had a huge run up yesterday morning, pulled back a little bit, and now it's just kind of hanging out up there for Meta. And let's see what Microsoft, that one was actually looking good. It is up this morning. That looks pretty good going in the next week. Might want to look at that one. And then you have your Nvidia right here, and that is up a little bit this morning, looking pretty good too. It's trying to get into that channel. It's crawling up. It looks like it's going to get right through that MACD and continue to run. So there you go. And Tesla. Let's see what Tesla's up to. It's it says it's down. It looks like it was up this morning. I thought it was bouncing around a little bit. So we'll have to see what Tesla wants to do. Like I said, the market's pretty green right there. For the most part, SPY is up, so it doesn't look bad. Let's look at AMC. It's flat right there. GameStop down just a hair. I did jump out of my option right there, but I may think about getting it. It's not looking terrible. I just didn't really want to play the earnings. They're coming up on what, Tuesday, is it? Yeah, Tuesday, and it's been up. What it was, I mean, it was up so much that I was like, well, if it pulls back, I'll kind of be mad. And it's hitting the 50, and a lot of things have been hitting the 50 and pulling back a little bit. So I figured, let me jump out of it, and I can jump back in. But that was a good win right there. And Chewy right here, CHWI, just hanging out. Unity is up this morning, looking really good, guys. I'm telling you, that thing, when it pulls back, it's generally healthy when it looks good. And Netflix right here, what I tell you guys, great opportunity for it to be dipping. And wow, it looked like it wanted to get set up right off of that trend line. Let it pull back. We'll catch the bottom. I think I will play Netflix. It's not one that I've ever really played before because it was so expensive. It was like $1,100 or whatever. It was crazy. But then they split it forward so that it could come down, and now it's at 100. And look at that thing, guys. That's a great opportunity right there for Netflix. So when it's split around 104. So I forget what the heck it was. What was it? It opened at 110. So now you're at 100, and pretty nice right there. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on that. Let's look at our semiconductors. AVGO trying to curl back up. It looks like it's going to roll off the MACD. MU looked like it wanted to dip down last night, but it's bouncing back up. So that could be a little bottom look. We'll see. Again, look at it. It has to curl back up, and it's trying to today. It looks a little better than it did yesterday. That's for sure. And TSM was trying to move, and it is right now. And SMCI was getting set up, and that's also up hitting the 20, but looking pretty good to run. AMD, I'm telling you, this one's getting set up, guys, and healthy. Them pullbacks are healthy, just like everything else. So keep an eye on this AMD. It looks pretty good. And QCOM has been looking good, running up, kind of basing out to try to probably level up again. And Snow is going up Snow is coming down, the other day from its earnings report, and it is still down. Remember, Snow is coming down from earnings. And let's see, it looked really good too on the chart going in. Glad I didn't play it because I would have gotten beat up on that one. And let's see, PayPal right here, PUIPL, and I think we didn't play it. It was so damn expensive. It didn't make sense. I'm glad it was way too overpriced. So anyway, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you look at these things and you're like, well, they are pretty pricey, and is it really going to be worth putting that kind of money up for what kind of return you'll get? So you got to look at that as well, and that's what we do. We look at it all. PayPal right here trying to bounce back up. It does look good. I think PayPal is going to be a good one going into the end of the year right here. So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on PayPal. And let's see what else is going on with Intel and Dell and these guys. Intel right there, a little bit of pullback after it run up, and Dell was looking pretty good yesterday, and it's just kind of flat this morning, nothing crazy. IBM looking pretty good. That one should try to curl up and run a little bit more, so keep your eyes on IBM today. And then we had Palantir was up, and Sophie took that big dip yesterday. Look at it, dipping down. They had an offering. That was pretty crazy. I didn't think Sophie would be announcing $1.5 billion common stock offering. That is wild. So, there you go. Goldman Sachs underwriting proceeds earmarked for general corporate purposes, whatever the heck that even means. I have no clue. But anyway, let's see what's going on with our crypto miners, Mara Riot, and these guys. They're just hitting the 20 for Mara Riot's been over to 20 and just kind of hanging out, making a base, but getting set up. And CleanSpark's over too from its earnings and not looking bad right there. So there you go with CLSK. And then you got your MicroStrategy right here down $1, but it did bottom out down here. So I would say you're looking pretty good. That was your bottom for sure at that 150. What the heck was that? 155, does that say possibly? I know it took a nice dip that one day. But anyway, that strategy right there. And you can have your strategy because it does look like it's going to go up. And hood right here is down just a hair, kind of flat. Coin was just basically flat this morning on the 20 as well. And then you have bull right here. And that looked pretty good yesterday. It's just kind of hanging out right now. Not doing a whole lot this morning, but not looking too bad either. And space right there has been looking good. It's up a hair, but nothing real crazy with space. And how about your Boeing right here? And that's just going to kind of set up. And look at Boeing. That one looks really good. You're going to see that 220 pretty soon on Boeing. And DJT, our Trump media, getting set up for Michael Anthony right there. And of course, Nike down a hair. Lulu right there is up, looking pretty good for Lulu. And what about McDonald's? That was trying to pop up there yesterday. It's just hanging out here this morning and not looking bad to curl up though. So McDonald's not looking bad. Disney up a little bit and looking a little better there. Luis Rodriguez, I must say. Oxy right here looking pretty good to get set up for Oxy. And ExxonMobil wasn't looking too bad. It's not getting through the MACD just today, but it certainly will. So that will get set up and run up a little bit more. And DXYZ's been running up and it's hitting a little resistance up here, but has been pretty nice right there. And once it probably gets over that 2750, it could really get blasting off right there. So there you go with DXYZ. And they're the ones that we always look at. I know Luis Rodriguez had posted a couple, and happy Friday as the institutional mafia gets to hide their shorts for 3 more years. What happened? I didn't even see what happened there. Luis Rodriguez, some kind of news must have come out. And let's see, AKAN, we just looked at that. SMX, we looked at that one as well. That was on the Jolie's jumpers this morning. SMX, I told you guys this was going up some more. And look at that bad boy. Wow, that one ran pretty big. And GITS right here. This one, that Global Interactive, what did that do? Did that run up and take a huge dip? It looks like it did. Where did it open at? Opened at 175 and then just dipped straight down. That was interesting right there for GITS and PRAX right now. Praxis Precision was way up there this morning. Look at that thing. What do they have? Earnings or something? Or they announced something? They must have did something. They had announced positive results, and that'll do it. So that got running. And INHD right here, we were looking at that, and and this thing's looking pretty good to set up. So keep an eye on this INHD. Let me jot that down right there. INHD. Let's look at Sterling and see what that looks like this morning, because that could get bouncing as well. Not looking too bad right there. Look at that curl up for Sterling, looking pretty good. What's JNUG up to? Gold up a little bit this morning as well. Looking pretty good for NUG. As not too bad. It's up. They're trying to crawl back up. And silver right here trying to crawl up. So that did have that little dip, and now it's running back up. Nothing too crazy right there. And let's see what else is going on over here this morning. Hold on. It's 17 degrees. Holy shit, Luis Rodriguez. I had no idea. I got to look at the weather now. Holy cow. It was so cold last night. I took out the trash. It was freezing. And yeah, you're right. It feels like 20 degrees. It's 24 here, so it's definitely below freezing, huh? Holy cow. That's where did that Arctic blast just come from? Oh my goodness. Wow, chance of snow today too. I didn't even know. No snow accumulation though, so that's nice. But anyway, there you go. Your weather report in Jersey. How's that? And what's the rest of the country look like? Whoa, there's a bunch of snow below us, huh? Virginia and Maryland, a couple states getting a little bit of snow, and then Georgia and stuff getting some rain. And the rest of the country looks pretty decent. And it doesn't look like a whole lot of storms coming through for the week. So there you go. There is your weather report this morning. I should give that out too. I generally look at the weather. Anyway, here we go. Let's keep on cruising right through. So it is cold one out there. It's probably cold throughout the entire area up here. So there you are. C1 setting up for that buyout news, Sam. I agree. I mean, that thing rolling off the MACD right there. It was up yesterday. I mean, look at that thing. You got a good roll up. You're getting set up for that. I have to agree with you on C1. So keep an eye on that one. And QS looks like it's going to blow we look at QuantumScape right there. It's been looking pretty good, as a matter of fact. The housing specialist, I do like that. J Nug and Nug, we were just looking at. I didn't even see that you posted that, Luis Rodriguez. How interesting. NCWVX is that CoreWeave one. That one looks pretty good. What is CoreWeave? CRWV or something? There you go. And that was running up, looking pretty nice right there yesterday. And QCLS is still running up today, another 20%, and cruising along. So that's a beauty. And BIDU right here, check that out. That's a internet content one. That one just hit the resistance. Just be careful, but that was a beauty. That one ran up really nice today for sure. And the Dow is flat. NASDAQ futures are up 0.39%, so nothing much there, Janica. And SEC's December 2025 order granting, isn't that today? Exemptions from short position reporting rules until January. Oh, wait, hold on. Doesn't the NASDAQ pick after the markets open, like different ones that would cut on there or something? Something does, I thought. I thought I saw something yesterday. But anyway, right, what does it say? SEC's December. I'll put it up here. You guys can read it. SEC's December 2025 order granting temporary exemptions from short position reporting rules until January of 2028, seen by communities as shielding institutional short sellers from transparency. So are they saying they can continue to short these things for another 3 years? Is that what you said at the beginning? What did you say? As the institutional mafia gets to hide their shorts for 3 more years. So that's what you were saying. Okay, so wow, that's interesting. I thought they were going to change that rule, actually, Luis Rodriguez, but I guess not. How about that? Interesting, right there. I guess Trump's shorting the market every time he puts out a bad tweet, and then they buy it at the bottom and rip it back up. He's probably made $10 billion already. I mean, we all know Barron's made a fortune, that's for sure. So it is kind of crazy. Anyway, let's keep on cruising through, see what else is happening over here in our market. It is pretty green still. It is not looking bad this morning, so let's keep it rolling. SPY is still up. Your Qs are still up a little bit and looking pretty nice. I mean, not looking that great, but they're up there. Let's put it that way. We'll see how it opens up, pulling back a little bit at the moment, which means it could get ripping up there at the beginning of the open of the market. So we'll see what happens. And let's see a couple of these bad boys. Critical metals up a little bit this morning. And we were looking at that AKAN, and it was running up there, that's for sure. And Serve right here. Serve Robotics not looking too bad right there. How about the Big Bear? Down a little bit. Plug right there just keeps plugging away, nothing crazy, but it's up just a penny. MP right there, that was looking good, that MP Materials. And what was a CCJ? That was looking pretty good. I remember looking at it. And what else? Soundhound right here, not too bad. And UEC, that one's down a hair right there. What about Blink right now? That one was getting set up. It's just down a little bit, nothing too crazy. Remember, this one was looking pretty good. BOSC, it's just not moving yet, so you got to keep an eye on that. And then you have your Chipotle and things like this where we're getting set up, and Rhythm not doing anything. Your 4Us was looking pretty good, and that's up this morning 2%. So there you go. And a penny stock, well, that Weemy right there, that hologram, that was in a good spot right there. And so is a CMND, had taken a big dip and trying to curl up right there. So there you go with a couple other ones, and that's what the market looks like, I must say. We did look at our crypto right there. It's just pulled back just a hair. I mean, it could, like I said, it just ran up. It's pulling back. It's setting up to make that bullish trend, it looks like, and it should stay over this 20. So you could get a little bit of pullback right there. Nothing too crazy. Ethereum's doing a light pullback, and Solana's doing a bigger pullback. So no rhyme or reason, but Solana's hitting the 20, and it'll get crawled up there and getting ripping. So not looking bad right there. How are you, Zach, this morning? And your Rocket Mortgage just getting curled back up. I bet this is your pullback area in your bottom right here, and you'll probably get rolling right back up for next week is what it looks like. Look at it. You should get, that's an easy landing right there, and trying to get curled up. So your Rocket should continue to go up there, Zach, and you can find a nice little dip opportunity there if you sold it when it got to the top up there, and now reallocate again. So you can check that out for RKT. And there you go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Zach and Janica and Louis Rodriguez and Doge Mama 9 and Sam and Robin. I hope you're having a safe drive to work today. And the housing specialist hanging out this morning as well. And I bet it's cold over there in New York City as too. If it's freezing here, it must be freezing in New York City. And Louis Rodriguez and Progressive G right there. How are you? You have a good day. I'll see you in the Discord and everybody else. No problem, Zach. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So be sure to follow along on X, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. And hit the like button on your way out of here. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. So you guys be sure to trade smart, lock in your profits. I'll be on in the Discord around 9:15. We'll see what's going on in this market. It looks pretty decent this morning. We'll see if it wants to keep itself up there. That Wheeler was up too, but look at that SMS. Holy shit, it's at 1-2 it went up like over $100. Holy cow. I told you guys this thing was going to run. I should have bought some shares, and it was so expensive. Well, it wasn't that expensive. It was $100. It went up 100 and something bucks, but if it had had options, I would have definitely gotten them yesterday. That would have been freaking crazy today, up 100% on the stock. Holy shit, that's nuts, guys. So hope you guys were playing that this morning. I was telling you guys last night that one looked good. So there you go, everyone. You enjoy your day. Trade smart, lock in your profits. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And have a great day, everybody.